Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today's fragrance is from the house of Calvin Klein and it is called Reveal. And this is the sample here. You can see the bottle on the one side. And what it says here inside the card, magnetic and sensual, Reveal Men is a woody oriental, a vibrant freshness wrapped in an addictive woody signature. So this is an aromatic fragrance released in 2015. It's relatively new, but it's been out long enough that a lot of people have probably had a chance to try it by now. Top notes are pear, brandy, ginger, mastic, and melon. Middle notes are suede, clary sage, agave, and salt. And in the base, tonka bean, vetiver, and amber. So you can tell just by the note breakdown that this fragrance is kind of different from the usual designer stuff floating around the market these days. And when you do smell it, it does definitely have a unique character to it. So if you like unique fragrances, things that are a little bit different, off the beaten path, I think this one is definitely one to check out. Even though it is a Calvin Klein fragrance, a lot of people kind of maybe snub, the Calvin Klein line a little bit because it's kind of like a cheaper designer line. This one worth checking out, I think, for a lot of people. Um, I do get several different layers here. Of course, right off the bat, you do get a fruitiness here, and the fruitiness here is kind of unique. You get a pear with almost like a cantaloupe fruitiness to it. Um, there's a brandy in here, which might give it a slight booziness to some people's noses. To my nose, it's not overtly boozy or anything, but definitely fruity, um, with the pear and the melon in there. And then in the mid, there's a very thin layer of suede, kind of like a leather type thing going on there. And that kind of goes away after a while anyway. But then in the base, you get this vanillic type of chord. It says tonka bean, but I think it's more of a vanilla smell. A lot of people say it's like a cotton candy. So I think with the tonka bean, which here kind of comes across as a vanilla, and then the agave, which is like a sweet nectar. So sort of a sweetened effect here, kind of youthful smelling to my nose in a way because of that. A lot sweeter than a lot of the more mature masculines on the market. I would almost argue that this one is almost unisex because of that sugary sweetness in the base. Um, yeah, if you like sweet, fruity, almost cotton candy like fragrances, this one is certainly worth checking out. But let me get into some final scores and give you my final thoughts here. The smell, I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10. I think it's actually a pleasant smell, just a little bit sweet and youthful for my taste. So I think this one's probably better for high school, college, and maybe slightly out of college. But I think after 35 or so, might be a little bit too sweet for that market. Projection longevity, let's say 6.5 out of 10 again, maybe in that 3 to 5 hour mark. Uh, it has sort of a light feel to it, but it does hang on for a while after you apply it, but more of a skin scent after that. Versatility, I'm going to say 7 out of 10. I think this is actually something that would be good for spring and summer, even though it has like a vanillic smell to it. It does have like a fruity lightness to it as well. So I would think this would probably be best for spring and summer. But because of the sweetness, um, I think you pull this off in fall and winter as well. So not really specific to any one season, but I think this would be a good like spring time vanillic scent, kind of in the same vein as like a Fahrenheit 32, or maybe even Valentino V. If you've ever tried those fragrances, kind of has a similarity to that, to my nose. But it is unique. I give it 8 out of 10. I think the agave and the pear, the brandy, the melon mixed with that candy cotton sweetness in the base, it gives it a unique character that I haven't come across very often. So quite unique is probably the thing about this fragrance that stands out the best. Price point, $35 will get you the 3.4 ounce, which is really good right now. Overall, for me, 6.5 out of 10. Check this one out. If you're a fan of gourmands, sweet fragrances, looking for something kind of light, and appropriate for spring, summertime with a fruitiness to it as well. Not too bad. So those are my thoughts on Calvin Klein Reveal. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.